Classification of matter. Please feel free to take your own notes during this session. What do we learn in this lesson? Differences between matter and energy. The hierarchy of classification of matter. And the physical and the chemical classifications of matter. The universe is made up of two main fundamental components, matter and energy. What is matter? Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Matter can be further classified into two groups. They can be classified according to the physical properties and according to their chemical composition. When we classify matter according to the physical properties, matter can be classified into three states based on its physical properties, mainly solid, liquid, and gas. Classifying matter according to chemical composition can be divided into further groups. Matter can be divided into two main groups called pure substances and mixtures when we divide chemically. Pure substances can be divided into elements and compounds, while mixtures can be divided into homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. When the composition of matter is considered, matter can be divided into two main groups called pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances are made up of only one type of element or compound, but mixtures are made up of different types of elements or compounds, as you can see this. This is a pure substance, this is also a pure substance, but this is a mixture. Now let's see the differences between pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances consist of only one type of element or compound, as we discussed. They do not undergo any chemical reaction. Pure substances are chemically bonded, and some stay as lone elements as well. While on the other hand, mixtures is the opposite of pure substances. Mixtures are a combination of more than one element or compound. They undergo a chemical reaction under suitable conditions, and mixtures are not chemically bonded. Now let's see some pure substances. Pure substances can be classified into two groups called elements and compounds. Elements such as iron, aluminum, and oxygen gas can be taken as examples. Mind you, elements are things which consist of only one type of element, but compounds consist of different elements combined together. For example, if we take this element, oxygen gas, it's made up of two oxygen atoms. It's a diatomic gas. So it's made up of only one type of element, which is oxygen. So that is an element as well. But in the compound, if we take hematite, Fe2O3, it's made up of two iron atoms and three oxygen atoms. As it is made up of two totally different type of elements, we call it as a compound. Now, we'll talk about mixtures. Mixtures can be classified into two groups called homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Mind you, homogeneous mixtures, the definition is as follows. The mixtures where the components cannot be identified separately is known as a homogeneous mixture. The composition and properties are the same throughout the mixture. Example, salt solution and sugar solution. In heterogeneous mixtures, the mixtures where the components in the mixture can be directly identified. The properties and composition are not the same throughout the mixture. As you can see in this picture, which I downloaded from the internet, it's a heterogeneous mixture and it's a homogeneous mixture. Let's talk about these examples of homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. If you have a notebook, please note down this because it will be coming for your exams. Now, a simple example. You always drink a glass of water, right? It's a homogeneous mixture. It's made up of only one type of mixture, the water, and it cannot be clearly distinguished, right? we don't know what's mixed in water. If we mix salt in water, we don't know that it's salt which is mixed because it's homogeneous mixture. Salt is clearly dissolvable in water. In a heterogeneous mixture, we can directly say that this is a mud water because of the, the mud floating on it, the dirt, everything. We call that as humus. The thing which is floating on top is known as a humus. So we can say that it's a mud water in a glass in a glass. Now, this is also a picture which I take from the internet. The homogeneous mixture. If we add sugar to water and if we mix it, we get sugar solution. It's normal that we know this, but don't take that too easily, because you must keep this name in your mind. Homogeneous. Homogeneous means only one kind of elements mixed together. And this is another type of example for homogeneous mixture. If we add water and syrup, and if we agitate means shaking, we get red liquid, which we cannot identify as it is what water mixed with what. Maybe it's strawberry juice or it's any other colored water, but we can't clearly distinguish that it's a water syrup mixture. So this is a homogeneous mixture. Yeah, this is a nice example. If we mix water and oil, the oil stays up. The reason is because water is more dense than oil. But the point which I'm going to say here is that we can clearly distinguish that this is oil and this is water, or these are two different immiscible liquids. So therefore, we can say that this is a heterogeneous mixture. Now, I want you to remember this mind. If you take matter which you're going to divide chemically, you ask yourself, does it have constant properties and composition? If it is no, it's a mixture because it's not constant properties. If it is yes, it's a pure substance. If it's a mixture, you ask, is it uniform throughout? If it's no, it's heterogeneous. As you can see, oil and water. If it is no, it's heterogeneous, and if it is yes, it's homogeneous. Is it uniform throughout? Yeah. So it might be salt water or sugar water or something like that. I'm just taking simple examples, but there are complex examples as well. If it is a pure substance, can it be simplified chemically? What I'm going to say here is that is it combined chemically? If it is no, it's an element. If it's yes, it's a compound. So thanks for watching Science Simplified. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to upload more videos soon.